There's somewhere we need to go. It's been shrouded for so long, there won't be any path for us to follow. The only person who knew the way is gone. But in my dreams, I swear, I've seen it. The mist-shrouded hills, the forgotten halls, the dungeon that never ends. It's like we've been there before, like this story is already a part of ours, like it's waiting for us at the edge of our imagination. That is where our journey begins. They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job. How are all y'all doing? I have a caramel latte. I'm caffeinated. It's 8 p.m. I haven't really stopped working. And we're here. And we're here to do it. We're here to read. And it's going to be great. And we are going to read today. I promise. Nick's laughing at me downstairs and thinks that I don't hear him. But hey, the early crew came in strong. Hang on. David North, welcome in. Savage, welcome in. Chuck Terrell, thanks for tuning in from YouTube. Trollord Games, I know those guys. Agile, thank you again for the 7-month sub. We super duper appreciate that. Brutal Hermit, welcome in. Magister War Joma, thanks for tuning in. How are all y'all ding dang doing? What's up? How's your week? Ignore the messages about from Streamlabs about players and levels and characters and such. That was but that was a fundraiser that we participated in. Phantom NJ and Lord Gazumba, I understand, have been running that sort of yearly, and every year it just gets bigger. I think we raised over $30,000 this year for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which is huge right now. And personal donations go a really long way for causes like that. So if you were here for the game that we ran, that Phantom NJ ran, and then the game that Steve ran here on this channel, thank you so much for hanging out and for participating in such an awesome fundraiser. I've been able to convert 12 5e only players to CNC, at least partly. It's very doable. Oh my god, yeah. Anyone who plays 5e, I feel like that's just, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, or at least I was the fish and I was shot by a CNC. Grievously wounded, in fact, so much so that I've never gone back to 5e yet. I'll never say never, but the CNC has just been really fun, and I've been like a bigger fan of it. It just feels more like more of a story, you know? We talked about this last week about how like it's kind of hard to make it feel like a challenge once you're like 5th level in 5e. 7th level, you're basically like nothing's gonna get you unless you're facing like some really deadly stuff. And you know, I say that, I don't know if I really believe it. I mean, it's harder, but like you can do it, you know. You can give people a challenge. Hey DM Chris, welcome in. Glad to hear they got so much in donations. Yes, the St. Jude's has been great. I was thrilled to donate on the game. Steve ran. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, every year we're so thrilled to participate in that fundraiser. And every year it just gets bigger. So very excited about it and so proud of how it's gone. But, oh my god, okay. I have a really important update to share. This is very important. It concerns Castle Zagig. This was all decided today. And I think it's a big deal. You know me, I'm very easily excited by things. However, I think that you guys will be excited too. So basically, and ignore the messages about charity, that's done. In fact, don't donate to St. Jude's anymore. It's once a year that you get to donate to St. Jude's. Don't go donate. Don't click that link. Don't go support St. Jude's. Anyway, here's a link that you should click. This will take you to the landing page for our Castle Zagig crowdfunding campaign. The reason why you should click that, even if you don't give a shit about Castle Zagig, is because there's free stuff on the line. We have 3,232 people currently signed up to receive updates on that crowdfunding campaign. We need 4,000. And the reason that we need more people to simply sign up for updates is because that, I don't know, it's like social media algorithm stuff. Like the more people that have signed up to support that project, the more it'll be pushed out to like more gamers and more people with relevant interests. So it super duper helps us when people sign up to receive updates before the campaign starts, and to incentivize to incentivize you to do that and to send it to your friends and to get them to do it, if we can get 4,000 people signed up before the campaign starts, we will give you a free PDF. It'll be distributed less than 48 hours after the launch of the campaign. And it'll be of the Outs Inn, which is like kind of the starting zone for Castle Zagig. It's the sort of welcoming area. It's a tavern and inn in Yigsburg. And it's kind of the first little like entry area that adventurers are sort of kind of dropped into. And it has a bunch of different like quest adventure hooks. It'll be updated from the one that's currently in the Yigsburg book, which is for sale in our store. It'll be updated with Gary Gygax's original encounter tables. It'll have other stuff. A map of the tavern and inn will be included. And there's one other thing that I know I'm forgetting. Oh, those adventure hooks. Those are not in Yigsburg, the book that's currently for sale. So you'll get a 10-page PDF of like straight up Castle Zagig content for free, just for doing a free thing, just giving us your email so that we can send you like updates about the project, and it'll help boost this project to even more folks, and it'll make the party bigger and better. So all that said, if y'all want to go ahead and enter in your email and sign up, it helps us a lot. So that's my spiel. I really hope that we can get 4,000 people signed up before March 3rd. We have 7 days to do it. I think we can do it. And my reputation as a social media manager is on the line. And they're gonna fire me if this doesn't happen. They've kept me in the Troll Lord basement for many, many months. It's been a big problem. So if we do get 4,000 followers for free before March 3rd, they will let me out of their basement. So please, signed up. Odd one, man. I'm so glad you asked. Let me start the whole spiel again from the beginning. Oh my god. Sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Like, am I picking up?
No, it's okay. It was like distracting me a little bit because I was like trying to do a spiel.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Nick's on a call with our friends.
I'm trying to be respectful.
Please, you're fine. You can just talk. It's okay. I promise. But anyway, that's my spiel. If we can get 4,000 followers before March 3rd, everyone gets a free 10-page PDF, and it's very, very exciting. Sharing the link now, Chuck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Agile 3236. We're climbing. We're getting there. We've had over 100 new signups since like 4 p.m. today. So this is pretty good. Honestly, 5e is a fun game to be a player in. You are a badass from level 1, but for a DM, it's a nightmare to run after level 8. And many other systems, though, CNC and many other systems, though, offer a way better experience for the whole table. I think so, too. You know? I think that, like, Dungeons and Dragons is very focused on, like, stuff that you can do, which is really cool, and it's super fun. I've had, like, an amazing time playing 5e. I don't want to bash 5e at all. But I feel like Castles and Crusades is about what kind of story you can tell. And it's just about, like, stuff that's narratively interesting. And you know what you need to make something narratively interesting? You need fucking conflict! And you need tension! And you need shit to be hard! And you need for it to suck a little bit. Castles and Crusades, good. Is that decaf? Quiz, how's he doing? How you doing, buddy? Not here causing problems. All right, Bale Lucane and Decaf. Bale Lucane is my boyfriend Nick, and Decaf is our very, very good friend. And they're on a call.
Yeah.
They're on a call right now. And now they're here to troll. Welcome in, buddy. It's good to see you here. We haven't had you in the troller chat before. Welcome, welcome. Nobody say anything embarrassing in front of my friends and my boyfriend, please. Signed up, Monofist. Thank you so much. We super appreciate that. Again, it's confirmed by Troll Lord. They will let me out of the basement if we hit 4,000 followers by March 3rd. So I warned you this would happen. I'm caffeinated and I'm a problem. I'm here to be a problem. And we've arrived. Dark Elf Twilight, welcome in. And Manfred, welcome in. You need to be able to fail to have a good story. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You need tension. You have to have doubt over whether or not shit's gonna work out. It needs to be in doubt. Please let Grace out of the basement. Please. Please? Shit. Ooh. Anyway. Dougie! It is a long time no see. Welcome in. How are you? It's so good to see you. How you been? New campaign. Save Grace Cares for the TLG dungeon. That's gonna be my next Twitch chat plays. It's gonna be like a Princess in the Castle situation, except it's a feral child in a dungeon. And it's me. And you're saving me from the trolls. It'll be good. It'll be fun. Grace is in her feral era. Watch out. Watch out! We're here. We're gonna talk about worlds and world building and campaign running. And we're gonna do it. So this has been your PSA. Please, please, please follow Castle Zagagon Backer Kit before the campaign starts on March 3rd. If you do that, you'll get a 10-page PDF for free containing all of like the beginning adventure hooks and quest hooks of like Castle Zagig in general. You'll get a map of the outs in, which is kind of the starting zone. It's a really good fun time. It has Gary Gygax's original encounter table from his notes, and we're really excited about it, and we think it's a really great incentive. So share it with your friends and sign up, and it's free, and it super helps us, and there's no downside, and it's all for free, unless you don't want Backer Kit to have your email, but in that case, come on, you can create like a fake email. I won't tell. We're in a mood today. I distracted you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, all that said, that's my spiel. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna have another sip of my coffee. How are you all? How's everything? Tell me about your week. We saw the sun in Michigan for the first time all winter. It has been... like, Nick and I didn't realize how poorly we were feeling until we felt the sun on our faces for the first time in months this afternoon. It was like 50 degrees outside. It was incredible. I'm good, still dodging bullets, but it's more lore for my autobiography. Had a good one today. How are you? I'm going to refer to trauma exclusively as lore for my biography. I'm good. I've been really good. It was a great day, and we had a good weekend. We made ceramic pots this weekend. It was super fun. Nick got us like a air dry clay, like little arts and crafts like construction set, and we made our own pots. It was super fun. We also ordered like some new art prints for our place, and those arrived today. What else did we do?
Well, I just
Pots.
burned my tongue on coffee, so.
Nick burned his tongue on coffee right now.
Right now.
So it was a bad weekend. I'm going to bring my energy down now. Sips coffee at 8 p.m. Listen,
Wait, you guys are
if you're already energized and you drink coffee, it cancels out and it makes you calmer. In New Mexico, all we see is sun. I have needed sunscreen. Asterisks of the winter. Want to trade? How about we trade? How about I send you some snow? You send us some sun. and then we never tell the government.
Yeah.
Because I think that sounds like a great time. New stuff for the new place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're very excited about the art. It's currently being flattened right now. Or I would go get it and like show you guys because we haven't hung anything yet. But it's got to get like flattened before we can hang it, basically. I always start my groups at the Four Winds Bar with a barkeep named Destinova, because I'm a Blue Oyster Cult fan that loves the song Astronomy. I love that for you and for them. That's awesome. Four Winds Bar kind of goes hard. That's a cool name. That's a really cool name for a bar.
Yeah, I think so.
My truck snagged a low-hanging cable line and ripped it out of the telephone pole less than a foot away from a hot power line. Holy shit. Dougie, what the fuck?
I like the way you said that.
Every time you pop in here, you have like a new near-death experience. I'm terrified for you. You need to be like safer. We're gonna kidnap you. We're gonna put you in a padded room, and we're gonna just keep you safe, basically, and pay you a livable wage to remain there. How's the week? It's only Tuesday, 3 a.m. over here, so far so good. Jesus, where are you? 3 a.m. What are you doing awake at 3 a.m.? And how is it in the future? Do we live? Do we survive in the future? I worked for some of those 3-letter agencies. None can be trusted. Only trust your gaming friends. That's, yeah. My gaming friends are my best friends. Those people are the best. In my pirate-themed game, one of the players was a cultist of the Azure Bivalves. That's a great name. The Azure Bivalves? Is that correct? Can you tell me about them? Jellycake, welcome in. Doing great. Just getting ready to move our D&D 5e campaign over to Castles and Crusades. Yes! That's what we like to hear. Another one. One of us. One of us. Let us know if we can help with that. We love to talk about how the game is played and how it should be played. And that's a joke. Actually, nobody at Trollard Games knows how Castles and Crusades is really supposed to be played. Shake hands with danger. How is Aihrde pronounced? Yes. It's pronounced. However you do it is right. We call it Aihrde. But we've heard people say Aihrde. We've had people say Aihrde. Really whatever you like. Funny thing about the word Aihrde is that it was originally spelled E-R-D-E. And if you have a first edition of the Codex of Aihrde, it's spelled that way. Which, if you know a little something about languages, Aihrde is spelled that way, is just the German word for earth. And they eventually like fantasized that spelling because they thought it would be weird for like German readers to just like, what is this? The Codex of Earth? What? This is not the Codex of Earth. None of this happened on Earth. So,
Is it a novel?
yeah, we say Aihrde. Chaos, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome back for month 2. One of us. One of us. Thank you so much. Imp just signed up in Backer Kit. Let's go. Thank you so much. That really, really, really super helps us and me personally and my reputation as a social media manager. I have put my reputation on the line. So thank you. 3252. We're racing. I think we're going to speed run. I think we're going to blow past 4,000 and we're going to have to find a new really cool thing to release for 5,000 before the 7 days are over. Calling it now. Steve just asks Chuck when he has a rules question. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is the correct way to play CNC? Literally, canonically, no. There's not. Literally, officially. In the rules, no, there isn't. And that's my favorite part about it. Azure is blue and bivalves at oysters. I feel like I had a stroke reading that. Azure is blue and bivalves at oysters. Azure is blue and bivalves at oysters. Hang on. Azure is blue and bivalves at oysters. I'm going crazy. Omega, can you help me out?
An hour, and usually it's like 36 minutes of hanging out.
Are you talking shit?
Yeah.
It says it's usually 36 minutes of hanging out.
36 minutes of hanging out and like 18 minutes of reading, and then like the last 6 minutes are like hanging out again.
It's usually 18 minutes of reading and then the 6 minutes of hanging out again. That's what you sound like. Thank you for complimenting the stream. I appreciate you. And I love you. Anyway. I thought you just rolled dice and make it up as you go until someone says you lose. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Hey, Phantom, welcome in. Send a video to your Discord. You'll see the labor of my fuckery. Ooh, I'm excited to watch that. We are not active in there, Dougie. I'm so sorry. It's just been absolutely fucking nuts. But I'm glad that it exists. And I'm glad that we have it. Are you pumped for GaryCon? Listen. You have no idea. You actually have no fucking idea how pumped I am for GaryCon. Who's going to GaryCon? Because it's gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be me, Nick, Johnny, and Chris, and Dakota, obviously, in the booth. It's the dream team. Living the dream, selling the dream. That's Dakota's line. Wait. Our oysters. R, not at. I created a monster. I'm sorry. I had an undersea kingdom called Azure Down. So much respect to bivalves. Oh, bivalves are a type of creature. I'm Googling it. Why didn't I just Google it before? Bivalve. Bivalvia. Bivalvia, or bivalves, in previous centuries referred to as the Lamellibranchiata and Penicipoda, is a class of aquatic mollusks that have laterally compressed soft bodies enclosed by a calcified exoskeleton consisting of a hinged pair of half-shelves known as valves. I had no idea. I had no idea. Johnny Omaha. Yeah, I think Johnny Omaha is going to be there.
Just around the dark.
A good DM needs a thesaurus, like the one Trollord game made. Maybe exactly like the Storyteller's thesaurus, now available at trollord.com. I'm going to try to go to GaryCon 2026. It'll be my first GaryCon. Dude, I hope we see you there. Definitely try to come. It's an amazing con. That's all there is to say about it. It's smaller than like your Gen Con and like your other huge cons. And it's just really chill, and everyone's so friendly and super welcoming, and like, I don't know. It's just like a magical place. It's so inspiring being there. It always like gets my creative juices pumping, and it's awesome. Grace would not have to Google bivalves if she had it. Wait, people have bivalves? What? Can people have bivalves?
Chris is in the basement going like, "Are you nice?"
You're lying to me.
Where are you?
Lucius, welcome in. I wish I was going. I have a season pass for Florida Renfest. I'll be there drinking mead and mocking goblins. Dude, that'll be awesome. That'll be excellent. Florida Renfest sounds super fun. Can you wrestle a crocodile at the Florida Renfest? Because that feels like something you should be able to do. Y'all want to hear the character I thought up for whenever I stumble into a new campaign? Yes. Is that even a question? Absolutely. I'd like to buy a valve. Valves for sale. I'm the game master and super happy I heard about CNC from a random in Final Fantasy 14. Been running the same game for 5 years now. Can't wait to use it. Really been enjoying the books. I'm so glad. Let us know if we can support it all. If we can provide backup for like converting your players, anything like that. Thanks for running a great game. I hope that your players love CNC. There's like a special feeling of victory whenever someone comes in here and is like, hey, I converted. And it's like, yes, yeah, it's a better game. I feel like if you want to wrestle a gator, who are they to stop you? What are they gonna do? Intervene? Yeah, it's a gator. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna be tougher than me. They're not gonna be crazier than me. Best Renfest I've been to had a full contact jousting with an ambulance standing by. Is there partial contact jousting? I may be an idiot, but jousting does not strike me as the kind of thing that you can do halfway. Can you tell me what the difference is between full contact jousting and other types of jousting? Kinda ashamed I have to slink off to my OSE game in like 20 minutes. Ugh. Chaos. Ugh. Ugh. Going off to play games instead of sitting here with us and talking about games. Ugh. So embarrassing. No, I hope you rock it. What's an OSE? I'm showing my ignorance right now. What is OSE? Old School Essentials. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I knew that I'd heard the acronym and I couldn't remember what it was for. Damn, we spiked 3265. That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. We had 3,112 signups as of 4 p.m. and it's now been 4.5 hours. And we jumped quite a bit. I'm pretty excited about it. No wrestling Crocs. We have them, but mostly Gators, and they are the most annoying college fans. College fans? Oh, Gators. No wrestling Crocs. Really? What is law in the face of my hubris? I'm gonna go to Florida and we're gonna find out. It's fake most of the time. It's like wrestling. I've been involved in some great Society of Creative Anachronism regional events, good fighting, and yes, medical tent and ambulance. Jousts that easily break with the winners pre-chosen. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's cool. That like lets you tell a really cool story with like the jousting tournament. That's fun. I'm glad to hear that they do that. Medieval Times is fake? They don't actually give you a real turkey leg? Or whatever you eat? Mutton? I don't know. What do you eat at Medieval Times? I've never been. It's basically BNX D&D. Extreme! Extreme nerd sports. I'll put myself on the record here. And I'll say that extreme nerd sports go harder than like extreme regular sports. I'm a skier. I've been a skier all my life. Skiing is technically an extreme sport. Is it? I actually don't know if like just downhill skiing is technically an extreme sport. It's probably not. But if we're talking about crazy sports, nerd hobbies have cooler sports. And I'll put myself on the record saying that. Any word on racial traits for full-on orcs, not just half orcs? If so, how would potentially playable orcs fit into the world of Aihrde? That is a great question. Let me see if I can actually find anything on that here. I had a story kind of like pre-picked out for us, but let me see if I can find anything on orcs. Because I actually don't know that off the top of my head. Let's see. Maryland's state sport is jousting. Maryland has the best Renfest joust. That's so cool. And also, hey, Dicks in the Dark, welcome in. Great to see you guys. How's it going? How was your how's your last game? Tell us all about it. You guys go follow Dicks in the Dark. They're super cool. They're a CNC actual play online. They were featured in Johnny Omaha's series on our YouTube channel Behind the Keeper Screen, and it's very, very cool. So go check it out. If you want to have more like CNC in your life, which, I mean, come on, who doesn't? Let me see if I can search Birth of the Orcs, because orcs are mentioned. Oops. Birth of the Orcs. Orcs are mentioned a lot in CNC. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to just like scroll through here like fruitlessly and not find the information that we're looking for. However, I think there's no reason why orcs, like full-on orcs, shouldn't be like playable in Aihrde, in the world of Aihrde. God, I don't remember. I think that they are one of the first races that was created by the Allfather, along with like giants and humans and gnomes and all those guys. And it was one of the races that was kind of like cast aside by the Allfather, which all of them were until the dwarves were created. And orcs, I believe, they're generally regarded as like pretty evil in Aihrde, I'm pretty sure. You'll see a lot of orcs, you know, allying with like Unklar and, you know, picking wars with like humans and dwarves and people. But yeah, I think you should be able to play orcs. I think that'd be cool. Wait, okay. No, they do have gator wrestling at the Indian Reservation, or used to. Man, oh man, maybe. Yeah, because I get that. You don't want to, like, mess with an animal. I talk a big game about, like, I'm gonna fuck up a gator. But if he's not bothering me, then, you know, that's fair. That's super fair. I don't want to, like, mess with a wild animal. That's mostly on the YouTubes. That's right. Dicks in the Dark on YouTube. Make up orc stats. There are no hard rules in a fantasy game. Plus to strength and con, negative to int and charisma. Yeah, I think for sure. In CNC, races do not have inherent like prime stats, but they do have like bonuses or detractors from certain stats. I would for sure give them like a negative to charisma, not necessarily to intelligence. The orcs are pretty intelligent in Aihrde. They're very warlike. Yo, Agile, thank you so much for giving those subs. That's huge. Thank you so much. That is super, super duper helpful. We really, really appreciated it. If you're new here and I haven't given you this spiel, I'm gonna say it again. It means a lot when people like subscribe or choose to support on our Twitch. We never like treat it like a money thing. Like, it's really just a way for us to interact with our audience. But when people do choose to like subscribe and support us, it makes a huge difference in like the type of content that we're able to create here. It kind of all like goes back into Twitch a little bit, and just helps us create more cool stuff here. So thank you. JN Storyteller, welcome in. Hello from Texas. Hello from Michigan. How's it going in Texas? We got a little bit of your sunshine today. We're very, very excited about it. Sorry, I'm so behind in chat. I'm like stuck on this thing about orcs. I want Tolkien orcs. Yeah, those are cool. I don't know. I like smart orcs. I like orcs that are just a race. They're just a race of, humanoids, like gnomes or anybody. And I know people have mixed feelings about that. And like, can orcs be like do orcs need to be like inherently evil? I would argue no. I think it's more interesting if like they have their own different cultures. I think that like World of Warcraft has very much colored my opinion of orcs. I like the Azeroth orcs the most, I think. In old school D&D, orcs are +1 to strength, -1 to dex, and max intelligence and wisdom max at 16. That's cool. That makes sense. In old school D&D, did certain races have like a ceiling on certain stats that they couldn't rise above? That's an interesting mechanic. I like that. He's a traveling paladin that thinks his CTE-induced schizophrenia is the word of an as-of-yet undecided god. His particular brand of justice is frowned upon by the church for being too unpredictable and overzealous, but not technically illegal, making him a sort of anti-hero in their eyes. He wears full plate with a helmet and uses 2 round shields as weapons and tools. When they're stored on his back, they resemble a shell. He becomes a folk legend through his methods and questionable sanity. I love him. God, just name him Paladin. Just let that be his name. That's so cool. That is so, so cool. What a cool character. Oh, I can just see him. I can see him in my brain. We have to help save Grace from the TLG dungeon. Yeah, I'm stuck in the troll dens, man. If we don't hit 4,000 followers on Castle Zagging on BackerKit, which is, by the way, is for free to just give them your email and sign up for updates. If you do that and we get 4,000 people that do that, they will let me out of the dens. And they'll let me feel the sun again and maybe say hello to my family. So just visit this link and enter in your email for a chance to definitely win a 10-page free PDF about like the early stages of Castle Zagging, and it's awesome. Where can I wrestle an alligator in Florida? South Florida is your best bet. Head toward areas like Fort Lauderdale and the Everglades, where specialized parks offer both safety courses and expert supervision for alligator wrestling. Listen, if the alligators are down, I'm gonna meet the alligators in South Florida. I'm coming for their ass. There is a player race for Orc in the Castle Keeper's Guide on page 21. Shows what I know. That's the cool thing about CNC. There's all these like optional rules and optional content. And we were talking earlier about how like there's no right way to play it. And that's literally true. The rules are modular. So you can just take what you want and leave what you don't want. And it's as simple as that. And it's awesome. Does CNC do rune magic? I'm so glad you asked. Yes, absolutely they do. Juice, welcome in. It's good to have you here. Rune magic is actually introduced with the Rune Mark class, which can be found in the Adventurer's Backpack, which is a CNC expansion that's for sale in our store. A lot of the really great like primordial ancient like planar magic and the magic closest to the magic of the Allfather in the world of Aihrde, which is the setting that we publish, is rune magic. And we do have the rules for that in the Adventurer's Backpack and the Adventurer's Spellbook. And I think that the Rune Mark class in CNC is the most versatile class in the game. How many rune spells do we have? It's a crazy number. I'm looking this up. $210 rune spells. And those are all specific to the Rune Mark class. And it's awesome. So yeah, we definitely have rune magic. It's core to the world of Aihrde. And it's super fun. I would, but I'm already following. Well, hey, Dabbling Warlock, first of all, welcome in. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Also, have you heard about Paizo adding dating rules to Pathfinder? Ooh, do you mean dating like like characters like dating each other, like romantic dating. Say more. I had not heard that. I don't follow Pathfinder really closely. I acknowledge it as an amazing game, and it's popular for a reason. And if that's true, if they're adding dating rules, I think that's cool. That sounds awesome. But I don't like the crunch. I like it when I can just do story and not think about it. Gotta go for the night. Have a great one. Jellycake, thank you so much for popping in. It was great to see you. I hope we see you again next week. Thanks for hanging out. A mark that makes runes? Can you believe it? A mark that makes more marks that makes runes? Pretty sure I have the backpack because the treasure and items options were interesting. Yeah, that's the other thing. Let me actually just like link the adventurer's spellbook. This is not the adventurer's backpack. Or actually, I searched adventurer in our store. There you go. There we go. Cool. Yeah, the adventurer's backpack and spellbook are super, super useful. It has like preset backpack sets of equipment for different classes, and they're all specific to each class. And I can't believe that the player's handbook doesn't have that. Why would you need rules for that? Ooh, can I make a case? Can I make a case for dating rules in TTRPGs? I would like to make a legitimate case for them. And the case is that, like, and you know, you can agree with this or disagree with it, and I think it's all in good fun because hey, it's games. If you're gonna have that element in your game at all, and like, you know, all your players are comfortable with that, and it's like, and it's chill, why not make it like part of the game and gamify it and have like rules and have like stuff that's affected? Who said, yeah, Twilight, Dark Elf. I'm guessing it'll give mechanical bonuses for having a partner. That'd be cool. That'd be hella cool. Think about it. If you, for like roleplay reasons, have like an established relationship of any kind with like another member of your party, it could be specific, like custom tailored for like your siblings with one of the other players. You are business associates. You're from the same, like, I don't know, it could be anything. If you give like just optional rules for like, if you have this relationship, then you're able to do like maybe this additional thing in combat because you're like on the same wavelength and you have an established relationship with each other. Or you take disadvantage on stuff if you see them like get hurt. Like, that shit is so cool. Why not? So that's my case for dating rules. I don't like romance in my tabletop RPGs. That is so fair. That's super valid. I think that that's common. I see why. Like, that can get weird, you know? Personally, I'm the opposite. I love romance. I think it's such a fun, like, storytelling tool. But, like, to each their own. You know what I mean? Don't let grace fool you. The rules are sacrosanct. Failure to follow all of them will lead to being swatted. We will swat your house. And we will send the Pinkertons. We will swat your house with the Pinkertons. So take that as you will. Buy the Castle Keeper's Guide. Memorize it. Have it ready for your game. And if you don't, then unfortunately, we're going to get you, and you won't know when. Is that a threat? It's a promise. There's a difference between role-playing and role-playing. You don't need rules for one of them. Yeah, I think that's true. Although, I'll say this as someone who, not that long ago, was very, very, very new to role-playing. Having established rules in place is super helpful. And I think that maybe that's a personality thing, because that's been true for me with like writing as well, where having certain forms to operate in, like, You know, like if you're walking
Life is full of
through
distractions,
a
like this
giant
man and
mansion
Solo.
in the dark
You don't
and
have
you're
to put up
told
with
to like
distractions in
imagine the
your photos.
furniture,
With distraction removal,
then
Adobe Photoshop can automatically
wait, what am I
delete
saying?
unwanted elements
Let me think of like a
letters
better
and
metaphor for what I'm talking about.
We're working on
Like,
clarinet. Try it at photoshop.com.
okay, so you're viewing a giant mansion from the outside and you're told, okay, so tell me what's in there. Just imagine it. Just like go off the cuff and tell me what you think is in there. And I could, but like, I don't know. I have no parameter for like anything. Whereas if you go inside and you take a look at like the walls and the floor plan and the windows from the inside and like how, you know, the different like how the light kind of bounces off like inside the house, you'd be able to furnish it way better. In this metaphor, you're like a interior designer. That was sloppy, but do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's helpful to have like different parameters. If you're in like a super free form kind of medium, like role playing and like improv with your friends. But again, everyone's different and maybe that's just me. If romance happens naturally in the game, all good, but no rules. That's fair. I think that's totally fair. Swat your house with the Pinkertons. Okay, me and my metaphor already. Good, you better be. I once had a player court an NPC for like a year in notes and private messages. It was wild. That's crazy. How did that end? How did it go? Did they end up with the NPC? But yeah, I don't know. I think that like just having stuff written and having like options available for you, I think that that can only expand your game. And I think that rules can only make your game bigger. Because it just gives you more stuff to like work around, you know? I did get our paladin to drink a potion that changed him from male to female and added a +2 to her charisma. He was polymorphed by a wizard into a pig at the time, so he became a female pig. That's awesome. A super charismatic female pig. What's a female? A sow? A really charismatic sow. Hell yeah. That rocks. He married and had a child. The game was decades long. That's so awesome. That's so cool. That rules. I love when stuff pays off like that and you have these big long arcs that eventually culminate in something really nice and meaningful. Best to you all. Hope to see you at Mythic West, Chuck Combo. We'll try to stop by and say hello. Hey, Richard, thanks for tuning in from Facebook. We super appreciate you. I'm sure Chuck will be excited to see you at Mythic West. Then Pinkerton's going to find out what a tripwire linked to 2 pounds of tannerite sounds like. I'll show them how it feels to chew 5 gum. It's just a pile of bones. This is how it feels to chew 5 gum. How do you guys feel about like optional rules about like social stuff? Or just optional rules in general, which I guess like CNC is kind of like the poster child for optional rules. But like, do you have any optional rules that you've seen or like just stuff that, because I know that like the RPG space has been a little spicy. There's been a lot of like discourse, that's the word I was looking for, about like rules and stuff and really everything. There's been a lot of discourse about everything. And I guess, like, more specifically, I'm curious, like, just now that we're on the subject, what do you guys think about, like, romance in games? Do you guys use it? Does it creep you out? Is it verboten from your tables? What do you think? She's human now. It was a powerful potion. I got it from a Greek god's temple. Which Greek god? Do share. I feel that it opens up social encounters to abuse by the very type of gamer that needs those rules the most. Ooh, that's a really interesting perspective. Can you share more? I think I see what you mean, but I'd love to hear you say more about that. The social stuff is role playing. If everything is a role, you just end up with 5e. Yeah, that's fair. It's super fair. You gotta just let interactions be, I think, at a certain point. My BECMI game is full of optional rules. I turned it into a sci-fi game, so I have rules for FTL, energy weapons, etc. That sounds really fun. That sounds super fun. I'm playing in a Cyberpunk Red game right now, and that is my favorite campaign that I have ever played of anything ever. I really want to learn how to like animate so that I can animate it into like something just to watch, because God, it's such a cool story. Sci-fi tabletop RPGs, I didn't know that that was like my thing until I tried it, and now I'm like desperate for more, and I want to play like an amazing adventures game and all like everything. I think romance is fun so long as both parties are okay with it. That's really like the heart of it, isn't it? I could share more, but not in a Twitch chat. That's relatable. Yeah, I've had some like really questionable stuff happen in games that like can't share on a lot of social media, it turns out. Chaosium put out a book called Cities that has the most awesome book of optional encounter tables I've ever seen. It's an eBay or used bookstore find, but it is awesome. That sounds really cool. It's called Cities, and it's a book of optional encounter tables. Is it for specifically like city settings? 'Cause damn, we should do that. We should make one of those. Somebody tag Davis on Twitter and say, hey, make engineering cities. I once ran a Sailor Moon game with lots of romance. It depends on the genre. Yeah. You know what? You're not supposed to like do this technically, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna link you guys to my favorite actual play that I have ever seen. And it's gonna sound like I'm... Whatever, that's fine. It's gonna sound like I'm doing a meme or a bit. I swear I'm not. This series is the best actual play series that I have ever seen. It's Dread, which is the Jenga tabletop RPG, where instead of rolling any dice, you're pulling Jenga blocks from a tower, and if the tower topples, then your character dies. Fucking that series that I just linked, it's like a Christmas like parody, like it's like a parody of like a Hallmark movie that rapidly descends into something crazy. Dread is like a horror game, so like it takes this Hallmark kind of concept where all of these primary characters are having like meet cutes with the same NPC, and they're all competing with each other to build like a romance with her, and it's like part of the game, you know, like you win if you romance this NPC, and you also have to survive. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. It had me on the edge of my fucking seat, and really all of this channel's like Dread games are just so good. Hey Beaky, welcome in. How you been? It's good to see you. Yep, all city encounters. That sounds awesome. Rifts is great, but too crunchy for me. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. My tolerance for crunch is embarrassingly low. Engineering cities is the advanced rules from engineering villages. It's the level up from engineering villages. Which, hey, that's another thing. If you guys haven't read Engineering Villages, it's the only book that I've read from front to back, aside from the Codex of Aihrde. And it's so good. It's so useful. It's so helpful. It completely changed the way that I think about like fantasy villages in games. From this point forward, there's a before and an after for me as a game master after reading Engineering Villages, and now I'm gonna work through Engineering Cities and Engineering Dungeons as well. Definitely check out Engineering Villages. It's so good. It was actually a Titan I was playing a gnome ranger of Dionysus, and the Titans were trying to take back their power. Not today, Titans. Nuh-uh. You don't get to just eat your children and then waltz back into Earth like nothing happened. I think the fuck not. One of the most fun games I've been in had the alchemist and the spirit shaman wind up in a romance thanks to a ruse being played by the party to try getting a key we needed. Wait, that's so fun. Wait, oh my god. Okay, so an adventure where the party has to set up two NPCs with each other that are just, that like hate each other at the beginning of the adventure. The party has to like set them up. Come on, that'd be so fun. I would totally play in a game like that. That sounds like so much fun. Queldroma, welcome in. My biggest HB is that Archer Civ. Wait. Wait, what's an HB? And what do you mean? Ready a bow should enter a stance to provoke opportunity attacks in a narrow cone and not a 5-foot box around them. Is that a rule in Castles and Crusades that if archers go to like fire, if there's an enemy there, they get to attack of opportunity? I did not know that. That's super brutal if that's a thing in CNC. That's crazy. But that also sounds really fun. Have you guys done Alice is Missing? No, I had a friend say that we should play it soon, and I haven't done that yet. Gotta do it because it sounds really, really cool. Playing some, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. How's it going? Not Smosh. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's really good. It's super good. It's a really good series. I promise. I wouldn't steer you wrong. BNN also has Goodman Games DCC now too. They're bringing in a variety of tabletop RPGs, as my marketing contact says. That D&D is getting to be uncool, so they want to diversify. It really kind of is. It's getting a little bit uncool. More for the rest of us. But we're gonna wrap it up here soon. In like a couple minutes here. I'll just say, oh my god, god damn, we're up to 3,284 people. I'll just do like one more spiel. If you've been here since the beginning and you've heard me give this spiel like 3 times, I'm so sorry. Let me just like grab the link again. If you would, if you want to follow the Castle Zagig campaign on BackerKit before the campaign starts, pretty please. It super, super duper helps us. The more people that sign up prior to the start of the campaign, the more people that will like see it. It's something to do with like the social media like the internet like algorithms, the weird tubes of the internet. If we can have at least 4,000 people sign up before the campaign goes live, just sign up for updates. And all that means is you put your email address in there, and that means that you're cool with like getting emails from us before the campaign starts. And we're not really going to send that many. And it'll all contain like good updates and stuff. And there's only 7 days. So 7 days of emails, during which period we'll send like 3, maybe 2. I don't know. It'll help Castle Zagig get circulated to way more people. And it'll just really help us. And it's free to do. And you will get a 10-page free PDF 48 hours after the start of the campaign. So March 5th at the latest, you'll be able to start playing in Castles and Crusades. You'll get the outs in like PDF setting guide, which is like a inn and tavern, and it's where a lot of the adventures in Castle Zagig begin. And you get it for free, and it'll be like updated with some really exciting stuff, including Gary Gygax's original encounter tables for the inn and tavern, a bunch of new adventure hooks, and like that's pretty much That's my spiel. It helps us a lot if you would be willing to like circulate that page, get your friends to sign up, create junk emails and sign up. We need 4,000 people in 7 days. I think we can get there. We're almost at 3,300 right now, and it's been 1 day since we started really pushing. But that's the whole thing. Brad, Achilles versus Hercules. Grace, who wins and why? I have an answer. It's Hercules. And I know why. Achilles is invulnerable. Yes, this much is true. Yes, he's received like expert training. That's true. Hercules is smart. Hercules encountered, was it 12 challenges that he had to complete? He encountered a bunch of challenges. And with every single challenge, it was an enemy that was supposed to be like invincible. And each and every time, Hercules thought on his feet and was able to like take in new information while freaking out from like the adrenaline of being in these crazy situations, fighting insane monsters. He dealt with the Hydra, a guy who, okay, thank you. If the guy can figure out the Hydra in the middle of the heat of battle, then he can for sure figure out Achilles. I feel like Hercules would be like analyzing Achilles' like foot movements, and he would notice, you know? So I think definitely Hercules. I'm working very hard to evangelize CNC all over my state now to help find a replacement game for D&D. Thank you so much. You're doing great work, and we super, super appreciate it. And I'll send you the stuff for like school club bundles. But so this was kind of like the object of the stream today, just to like boost awareness about like this backer kit kind of push for more people to follow the campaign. I'll just say one more time, it really helps us when people follow the campaign. So like tell your friends, share it around. Everyone gets a really, really cool like free thing if we make it, and I think we can make it. We're already almost there. So thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for watching. We super appreciate it. I super appreciate it. You could be anywhere on a Monday, and thank you for spending some of your time with me. I was just thinking about all the codex reading we did today. So much codex reading, if Steve asks, we talked about, what did we talk about? The Ethereum. The Ethereum traveled a different path than the Endgale, for few remained in the north after the fall of the Harkling Halls. Those that did grew wild, living in small bands, and their deeds, great and small, passed out of history. And that's all there is to know about the Ethereum. They passed out of history. Open shut. We don't worry about the Ethereum anymore. Never mind. Let's toss a raid. Who do we want to raid? And hey, if you're tuning in from YouTube or Facebook, thanks so much. If you're here on Twitch, we are going to raid. Let's go see our friends Blue Cottage. They have a really great actual play. It looks beautiful. The light behind you, can you do shadow puppets? It's Wait, oh god, it's a nightmare. Wait, shit, damn it. Never mind. We're gonna raid. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This has been super fun. Thanks for bearing with me while I've been absolutely crazy and caffeinated. I had a great time chatting with you guys about just rules and games in general. We finished the Codex of Aihrde last week, so we will have new stories to read next week, but today I just wanted to focus a little bit. Actually, you know what? Next week is the launch of Castle Zagging, so I don't know if we're going to be talking about Aihrde at all. We might be talking about Castle Zagging. So for sure come back next week. Wednesday, Luke Gygax and Steve will be going live, and they're going to be talking a lot about the campaign, so make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, let's go bring some positivity to our friends Blue Cottage D&D and say some nice things about their stream. Thank you guys again. This has been super fun, and I will see you next week. Goodbye!